All right, ladies and gentlemen. So good morning and welcome back to another episode on Antonicus Aurelius Motivates. And as y'all can see today, back out here in the 79 today, I just have to drive this once in a while because I can't let it sit for too long. So got to charge up the battery and all of that, let it run. Don't want animals nesting all up in my engine bay and everything like that. Anyway, besides all of that, just wanted to come back out here today, make another video, man. And like I said before, time is speeding up right now. And we are already in the second week of February 2026. And so much has transpired and happened already just in the beginning of this year, man. We already had like weird weather again with the snow coming through again. And now, I guess it's almost about to get that time where we about to start warming back up, right? So I'm kind of glad for that. Glad that, it ain't going to be much longer. Spring will probably be coming in. And, so and then y'all already know after all of that, then it's going to get hot. But anyway, with all that being said, I just wanted to talk today about like what it was with you, right, chosen one? And what it's always been with you, right? But what it really was with you and everything was that they had a plan to destroy you, okay? But their plan failed, okay? The plan was to destroy you, but their plan failed. And when their plan failed, then the next thing they was waiting for you to do was to self-destruct. Okay? So that didn't happen either. So so what it was see, their plan to destroy you failed, first of all. And then they was waiting for you, second of all, to self-destruct. That was the whole reasoning behind everything, and you know that now, is that they was trying to make you lose your mind or trying to make you hurt or harm yourself, or do something to unalive yourself or something like that. But you wasn't about to do none of that, and you were too strong for that, right? You realized what was going on. You understood that too much was going on with you that doesn't go on with the average person. Then you remembered about everything that happened in your life, and you put two and two together, to solve the puzzle for yourself. You had to kind of figure this all out on your own, because what was happening was you was under spiritual warfare, and many of you were not even aware of it. You were not even aware of what was going on with you. You had no idea that what was being done was witchcraft on you, probably from your fake family members or just from people in positions of power, authority, and stuff like that. You came and you made an impact for the truth, and you put into work, and they saw that about you, and it really irritated their demons, and it irritated them, the fact that many of you, you you're talented. You also have qualities about yourself that are just really unique, and qualities about yourself that are really amazing. And this causes a lot of others to be jealous of you. This caused a lot of others to not like you. Also because you want everything that makes you at peace, and everything that makes you in a line with, with what you're supposed to be doing, and with what, God wants you to do. And you desire that above most everything else. You always really have. Even when you stumbled or whenever you made mistakes, you knew that, what you really wanted was you wanted what, is in alignment with the Most High, and with your spirit. The whole, your spirit inside of you is different. And so this has caused many of you to be in a whole different, it's almost like you are in a whole different realm, but you're inside this realm of the world, with all these people and everything like that. And you are, it's almost like you are just in a different place, as far as like your whole being and everything like that goes. You are, because you think outside the box, and because you don't want to go along to get along. And so this makes you like almost like you're in a whole different realm within a realm, right? Within this, because really what it is this the spiritual realm, and in the physical realm, you live more so towards the spiritual realm. You live more so in the spiritual realm with the things that are of the spirit. And many of these people who are around you live in the worldly realm according to the things of the world. And so this causes you to be very different, okay? And so this really has irritated a lot of people around you, maybe in your hometown or wherever you stay. And so you had a harder life than most people, and you still are to this very day. Many of you are still in your own personal storms, as I am. Excuse me. Sorry about that on the camera. My nose kind of had something going on, but I'm about to get out right now and break this all down for you some more, and finish continuing on the video about all of this and what happened, right? So let me just get out and everything, because I'm going to go ahead and walk today, because I need to get these steps in today. And then I can kind of just like more freely speak my mind on this topic. But their plan was to destroy you, okay? That's what their plan was. And then it backfired, it failed. So then what they was doing was eagerly anticipating you to self-destruct, pretty much, okay? That's what, I hate to say it, but that's what it was, all right, ladies and gentlemen? So let's go ahead and get into this, okay? I'll be right back with you in just a minute, momentarily. Please wait. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm back now. So just like I was saying previously before, their plan was to destroy you, right? From the very beginning, your haters and your enemies, right? Their plan was to destroy you but then it failed miserably and it backfired. Part of the reason why it did that was because you were too smart for first of all, right? You wasn't about to allow what other people thought of you to stop you. And then you would not accept defeat. And you definitely wasn't about to believe the lies that the enemy, Satan, was trying to put in your head, and that wicked and evil people was trying to put in your head, that you were not good enough, or that you were not talented or gifted enough, or that you could not succeed. You weren't gonna believe those lies. So that's part of the reason why everything failed, right? But ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens, right? Especially when you are good at things that you do, you excel in whatever you do. You have these people who are jealous and envious of you, and who come against you to do all manner of things to you, not knowing what they're doing, because you was actually sent here to do something, that was for the Most High, and they couldn't understand that, right? They couldn't understand that. So you get misunderstood a lot. So that's another thing too about you. You're misunderstood, and you are just unique. Like I said before, you have your own certain, qualities and traits about yourself that others do not have. And this is something that drove a lot of them to, or pushed a lot of them towards their hatred and jealousy of you, that they could see that gift inside of you and the things about you that they were terrified really about, that would have the potential to outshine them, right? People do not want to be outshined who already feel like the spotlight is on them, right? So this is part of the reason why many of you were put into this little secret competition or whatever, that you had no knowledge or nothing to know about, that was going on. And so you didn't have any knowledge or anything about that. You just saw that things were difficult for you, and you saw that like you weren't being acknowledged and stuff like that. Many of you, you have been rejected, and there's a good reason for this, right? It's the reason for this is that you just don't fit in. You're not like everybody else. And many of you tried to, but it never worked, right? It never worked. And so you started putting two and two together, which is what a lot of you have had to do, including myself, to come to the realization of what was being done. And this is also because of your desire to seek the Lord's face and to seek the truth and to, you know, come into alignment with your calling and with everything you're meant to do. This is the times when like more things become revealed to you, right? Chosen ones. You know, this is the time when things have became more clear for you to see and became the things that made you aware, made you more aware. So you knew the plan was to destroy you because you could see that they went after you financially. They ignored you almost intentionally when you knew what you was doing was you know, on point and everything like that. You knew that you were not like you were not you were doing your job just like anybody else would do their job. The only difference was you were not part of the narrative, right? You wouldn't join the club, right? The club of fakeness, right? You wouldn't bow to the system, right? This is what caused you to be, many of you to be ostracized or to be ousted. So then this was the second part of the plan to destroy you, was to isolate you, because you had to go into isolation because of this, because you weren't about to be a part of any of the fakeness, but the fakeness is all around you, right, ladies and gentlemen? We're living in the world full of fakeness. And yeah, so now a lot of these things that have been hidden are starting to come to light, right? Because whatever was done in the dark must come to light, right? So like I said before, man, and I said this just not long ago in like one of the other videos I made, where I was talking about like how and this must have been like probably, I would say like some of the last videos I made in 2025, where I said watch, you know, as the whole illusion begins to crumble, watch what's going to happen, right? I said they're going to be doubling down and tripling down with their lies and their fear mongering and stuff like that, because we already know that's what they've been doing the whole entire time, right? And this is what they've been doing to many of you who wouldn't be a part of it. They try to scare tactic you into joining, and to, you know, lull you back to sleep, back into the simulation, right? Because you have to stay in the simulation. This is what all this technology and everything was placed here for too, to keep everybody in the simulation. And I've said it. This is what we are seeing with all of this. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. All of this that they have built around us, that is the technology around us, make no mistake about it. This is the beast right here, the beast system. They're going to use all of this in tandem with the AI and all of that to control the masses and to usher in the NWO and all of that. We already know all of that. And they're not even hiding it anymore. Like I said, you know, that they would be doubling and tripling down with the lies and everything and making it, you know, like more and more fearful for people, you know, with all the things they're talking about in the news and stuff like that. This is the reason why I quit watching that a long time ago. We don't have no fear, you know, Psalm 91. So, you know, you detached from all of that a long time ago. So anyway, you know, it's like I was saying though, this is all being utilized for a specific intention. And I've been saying this for a very long time. And I am not at all surprised at any of this that's coming about. You know, the word of God told us this would happen. The word of God told us that, you know, that these things would happen in the last days. People would become lovers of themselves. And I've done quoted that about that in 2 Timothy chapter 3, where it talks all about that. And they would be arrogant, prideful, boastful. So we've seen all that take place. Then we've seen the whole total degradation, or whatever you want to call it, like just descent into chaos that has came about from all of this. We've seen the whole thing happen to where now you have people crashing out because of all of this all the time. They tried to make you crash out too, Chosen One. That was part of their plan too, to destroy you. See, because you already know they control the whole system, right? So the whole agenda was to drag you into the system, into the criminal justice system, to get you to, you know, do something that would tarnish you, and that was part of the plan to destroy you as well. So you knew better than to do that as well. You was too smart for that. So when they couldn't do none of that to you, and when they couldn't, when they tried to, you know, mess you up with your finances or your businesses, they tried to destroy many of your businesses. This is what they do to the chosen ones, right? And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is all by design. This is all by design because you have to conform, right? This is all by design. And the people who have came against you were influenced unbeknownst to them by the forces of darkness, who tried to slander you and ruin your reputation, who did everything they could to turn people against you in your community or whatever. They tried to turn people against you. They spoke rumors about you and stuff like that. But, you know, it all backfired because, you know, you weren't about to, you know, play their little game, because you knew that you would not accept defeat, because you already know you are a winner, that you've already won. You already know that we are more than conquerors because of what the word says. You know, you speak life over yourself. You speak the word over yourself. Romans 8:37, Romans 8:31. If God is for you, who can be against you, right? So how could you know what God has told you through the word? So how could you accept defeat? You would never accept defeat, but that's what they was waiting for. So they was waiting for you to fall off. They was waiting for you to throw in the towel, and that's what they're still waiting for even right now. But you'll never do that. And you're still the same person who God created you to be. And you are going to be the person who God created you to be until this whole thing crumbles, right? Until everything happens, whatever comes, you already know, even if the mountain falls into the sea or whatever, you know who you are, you know your identity in Christ. You came back to what you knew. And so their whole plot and everything to destroy you failed miserably. Then, they was waiting for you to self-destruct. So this was all like a battle up for your mind right up here. This whole thing, the biggest battle is right up here in your mind. They want your mind. And that's another reason why all this technology is all around us. It's just distractions. As a matter of fact, I was thinking just the other day, or just today, but I wanted to come out here and get this out just because I want to stay on top of my channel right now. And just because I know a lot of people need this encouragement, that I'm going to continue on doing what I'm doing. I know others need this as well as myself, just so I can, and also so I can stay active right now. But what I was fixing to say was, I was just thinking about just putting my phone down and just not even touching that, for an extended period of time, just because I don't need that in my life. Because the more I pick it up, the more I look at it, that's just more distractions. If it doesn't have to do with the word of God, if it doesn't have to do with the things that keep me aligned right now to everything that where I need to be, then I don't really need it. I don't need it. But like I was saying, this is just part of the reason why, like I said, man, I was just thinking to myself, I'm just gonna lay my phone down. I don't even really want to touch technology right now. That's just the way, how I'm gonna be for this moment of time, or this period of time right here. I'm just not even gonna, but then I was like, man, the weather is nice today, so it's 70s today. So I was like, man, I'm gonna get out here, get out in the fresh air, do my thing, come back with y'all for another video, another episode today. So it's I think it's gonna get up to I don't know, maybe 70, 72 or something like that, maybe, which is really nice. And so you got to take advantage of that while it lasts, ladies and gentlemen. So that's another reason why I was out here today. Plus, just because the birds are singing and everything like that. And that's what I know. And that's what we know, right? They really hate the most, those who try to destroy us, right? They hate that we are still happy. We're still, all their little plans, all their little devices and schemes and plots failed. And then now we still out here, we still doing our thing. See, they want to keep you in the house. They want to keep you dumbed down. They want to keep you away from, others, or to be able, that was the whole point of everything they did too, also as well, was to silence you, to silence your voice, chosen ones. to stop your voice. So this was all part of it. You know, this was all part of it. And I'm sorry, y'all, about everything. There's people out here walking today, but you know what, though? I'm getting better more about like as I continue to make more content about just like not paying that no attention, just people are gonna come and go or whatever, all right? So we already know that. We're just gonna keep on rolling on the video. But anyway, like I was saying, so you know, this was the whole plan, right? It was to make you give up or make you keep you depressed, keep you stressed, keep you in fear, keep you not believing in yourself, make you feel small, make you feel not important, unimportant, make you feel oppressed, which you were oppressed, you know, and that's just comes with this territory, right? Because you standing for the truth out here in a world full of lies. You know, and you won't buy into the agenda. You also won't join their none of their clubs. You won't sell your soul. You won't spew evil and stuff like that, like them. You know, you hold yourself to a higher standard. Yes, you could say things, but you know, this is all part of the personal development as well that goes with it, with who you are and who you were really created to be. Your divine design is to you know, to make yourself better than you were yesterday. Not bragging on yourself or nothing like that, not trying to feel like you're better than anyone else, you know, but just to make yourself better than you were yesterday, right? And so part of that comes with cleaning things up, right? Cleaning up your actions, cleaning up your habits, cleaning up your house, cleaning up your health, cleaning up your speech, cleaning up everything. You know, basically that's what you're doing. You cleaning house, right? You getting your house in order. So that's what they didn't like about you either. See, that's what really drove them nuts about you, because many of these things that you do, chosen one, are things that, let's just face it, they are not willing to do, right? They were never willing to do that. And they're not willing to do that. A lot of these people are going to always stay the same. But you've done come to terms with that, you know? Are you going to let that destroy you? No. Never. That's what they want. They're waiting for that still to this very day. Your enemies are waiting for you to fall off, ladies and gentlemen. You got to get up. You got to get out of there. You got to do what you got to do. You can't allow nothing they do to stop you no matter what, because you're unstoppable. They're going to come with their little tactics. You already know, but you're just going to take that like water on a duck's back, and that's just going to roll right off of you, right? You got to let a lot of stuff roll off, man. You got to learn how to have thick skin. You got to learn how to like just handle yourself with dignity and just handle yourself, you know, with the way you know you need to handle yourself to control your emotions and all of that and everything that you do. And you ain't about to give a hater a stage to stand on. Yeah, the haters are going to come. The haters are going to go. That's part of life, you know. It's always going to be a hater, you know. But like I was saying before, we don't let that stop us, though, right? We don't. And it's always going to be somebody out there who's got something negative to say, okay? But we keep it positive over here. That's just what we do. And by the way, you know, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and wrap the video now because I'm almost getting back to where I was supposed to be. But for real though, I hope this message that I put out today helps somebody out today. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, and if you're new here to my channel, you know, then go ahead, click that like button. If you know, God puts it on your heart to do so, hit the subscribe button and come on over here to my channel, because everything that we do over here is all about positive vibes, you know, uplifting, encouraging videos for those of you who may be going through your own personal battles, struggles, hardships, or whatever you are facing in your life, as I currently am right now still. So like I was saying though, their plan was to destroy you, okay? You already know that's what it was all about. So then you know also that they were waiting for you to self-destruct. They were eagerly anticipating that to happen. But then when that did not happen, that was a huge letdown to them. It was very disappointing to them. It probably affected them, saddened a lot of them, deeply saddened them inside their insides, deeply affected them. But that's not your problem, right? You know, that's not your problem. That's not for you to worry about. You know, you're focused on what you're focused on now. And you already know most of these people who did you wrong and stuff like that, they can't never come back in your presence. They are forever eternally blocked from your presence. Like if they do come back at all, the only thing that they can do really, or what they should do, is apologize to you. You know, this is your fake friends, your fake family members, or whoever, fake people in your church, fake people wherever. They owe you an apology, but you know, you already know many of them will never apologize. And if they do apologize, 9 times out of 10, it's all going to be fake. It's all going to be crocodile tears, and it's more than likely going to be just, you know, another way to try to regain control. But you're not going to let that happen, though. So anyway, like I said, the plan was to destroy you, chosen one, but it failed miserably. It backfired on them. Now they're looking dumb. Now you're growing. Now you're still moving forward anyway. You're also getting stronger. You've got a lot more to accomplish, and you're driven. You're still ambitious. You still have your head on right, even though that's what they wanted to try to mess up. They wanted to drive you crazy, right? They wanted to put you into a mental hospital or insane asylum. That's all this is all about, more so than anything. And it's evil. right? We know that. It's very wicked, evil, diabolical, and all of that. But that's all the more reason why we keep going, right? That's all the more reason why we're not going to stop. That's all the more reason why we are going to encourage one another, why we're going to grow together, why we're going to motivate one another. And we're already finding each other on different, places and all over the globe. We're going to use the same thing they use to try to destroy us, to link us up, on the same wavelength, the chosen ones. So much love, respect, and appreciation to each and every one of you who've already been with me, who've already been, leaving positive feedback, all of that, and helping me, keeping me encouraged and stuff like that. I really appreciate that. You are valued and appreciated, each and every one of you. And so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close the video so that way I can go ahead and start uploading this today. And peace, love, light, blessings to you all. Till the next one, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, all right? So I'm out. Peace.